Alright guys, this one's by request. This is a review of the Sideshow Collectibles distributed Hot Toys Cosbaby's line. They've got a bunch of different lines of these things. I know they make Iron Man, I know they make Michael Jackson, I know they made Pirates of the Caribbean. Edward Scissorhands was another one that I know they just came out with a Disney line. I think that's about it. I may be wrong. So if I'm wrong, don't correct me. I know I'm wrong. Anyhow, I bought all the Predators. They did come with aliens as well. I believe there was, a couple warrior aliens. Grid Alien was one of them. Lex was another one of them. Battle Damaged Alien. I think there was another one or two that came with them, but I didn't really have much interest in anything but the Predators. So, 6 different Predators have come out. Chopper, Scar, Celtic, 2 Ancients from the first one, and the Wolf. They do come with different accessories. Most of them came with a spear and I think a shuriken. The Wolf came with a whip as well. Really cool. I mean, really detailed, nice, cool little things. I mean, for like $8 or $9, you really can't beat them. They do come apart. The feet are on ball joints, and then the little stumpy legs connect to the square body. The hands come out of the arms, so you got to be careful about that because I lost one of the hands for a while until I ran over it with a vacuum cleaner. When I heard it clattering around, I opened up the vacuum cleaner bag and dug through it until I found it. And the arms come off from the side, and the head comes off from the neck. All the masks are removable. They're articulated at the wrists, at the shoulders, at the ankle, at the hip, and at the neck. Other than that, they really don't move around too much. The armor kind of slides on, so like you see the little belts, those kind of would come off if you disassemble them all the way, and whatnot as well. Like I said, just really cool little things. The masks do come off, and that's actually one of the biggest pain in the butts about these things, is the masks really don't like to stay on. They're really hard to get on and stay on because they don't really sit tight. They kind of just barely sit on the actual head. As you can see, I'll barely touch it, and the mask just comes right off. You can see the inside of it there. There's no real pressure points to actually keep it on there. It kind of just directly molds to the general shape of the head. I'm not even going to try and put this back on because it's really not easy to do. But I mean, you can see the detail in the masks. That's the Celtic. Not much. It's more detailed than what you would expect for a little 3-inch tall, Cosbaby. And then let me see if I can get the rest of these off here. The Chopper and the Celtic look the same. You can see the Chopper mask there. Really cool. It's kind of weird because Hot Toys does their Chopper masks like this bronzish brown color, but if you actually look at the Chopper mask from the movie, it's not that color. It's more of the color that I painted my mask. It's still like a silverish color, a silverish black color. There is a hint of like bronze to it, but it's really, really underlying. It's almost like the bronze is mixed in with the mask. It's not as brown as they kind of show it here. I actually watched the movie to get the actual color down. The Scar has the scar in his head. He's dropping a spear there. But you can see the Scar has the scar in his head. And then there's his mask. Nothing special, just the normal Scar mask. Same thing with the Elders down here. Their masks actually stay on better. They were the second line that was produced. Actually, maybe these don't come off. I don't see why they wouldn't. They seem to be glued on there pretty tight. So I guess they didn't want to do that again. Let me see if the other one comes off. Maybe it's just me. Maybe I'm just a girl and I can't get it off. No, those suckers are on there. Cool. Well, that works out better because I never display them without the mask off anyways. Or without the mask on anyways. Whatever. So yeah, these two were glued on. This was the second series that came out. This was the first series. This was the second series. These all come off. You can see their faces. These don't. I do know that the wolf mask does come off, though. And you can see right there how it's got his scarred up face. This is probably my favorite one without the mask on. I probably would buy another one of these and display one with the mask and one without. So if I can find one for a cheap enough price, I will. But yeah, it's pretty cool. You can see like all the blood and the scarring in here. He's missing one of the tusks, and they got the one eye that's whited out. So pretty neat. And I ended up seeing, as you can see, putting a little bit of tape on the inside of that one just to get it to stick to his face. But then there's that mask right there. You can see behind him the chopper predator's got the skulls. And then the scar is just the normal backpack and whatnot. But you can see all their dreads that way. Whoops. And see what they look like from behind. And that one's got the shoulder cannon on it, and the Celtic just took a dive. This one here is a little bit different with the armor. You can see, you know, from the different all the AVP ones are generally the same. The only one that's a little bit different is this one, because it's got the skulls that go in there. All the others are generally the same. The only one that's different is the wolf. So, anyways, I've seen people sell these things for almost $20. I wouldn't pay $20 for these things. They're definitely really cool little figures, and I would definitely, as I did, pay. This is just going downhill. I definitely would pay the $8 or $9 that they retailed at a piece, but I would not pay $20 for them. They are cool. I definitely recommend them to people. It's just a nice little thing to have on the shelf, and they are pretty detailed. They're made by Hot Toys and whatnot. Let me see how much time we got left here. Yeah, we got plenty of time. But not worth $20. If you can find them for cheap on eBay, even if you can find them used or something like that for a few dollars, I definitely recommend grabbing them. They're an inexpensive item that is definitely cool to look at. But other than that, it is what it is. You know, the paint detail on them is really good for what they are. All the armor is like, you know, a flat black with a silver brush over top of it to make it look, you know, antiqued. And then if you look at the actual bodies, the bodies have the netting painted onto them. It's pretty cool. I mean, you know, all the armor is painted the way it should be. There's no, like, overpaint. There's nothing like that. When they did the heads and everything, they two-toned them and shaded them and added detail and wrinkle lines and stuff like that. The only thing is they don't have, like, all the little spots. They didn't go as far to do all the little freckles all over the head. If you look at the dreads, you can see, again, pretty tight, you know. They didn't really have any overpaint on any of the dread beads or anything like that. They did a pretty impressive job there. And there's little things that are out of continuity, like the Celtic was the only one that had the net gun, but the Chopper Predator has a net gun on his arm too, when he shouldn't. Chopper Predator has the scimitar blades on his wrists. He was the only one that did, but if you look at the Celtic has them too, which is kind of weird. They all have their wrist blades. The Scar, the Celtic, and the Wolf actually have them, and the Elder with the, I call it the feathered mask, because it looks like a bunch of, like, angel feathers or something. They all have them extended. The Chopper and this guy here have them retracted. But that's just reading too much into it. Anyhow, like I said, if you got the cash, go ahead and pick them up. If you don't, then don't. But if you don't have the cash for a few dollars for these things, I don't know what to tell you then. But like I said, $10 or less, pick them up for sure. Anything over $10, I probably would just pass on it. But anyhow, hopefully that helped you guys out. If you have any other questions about these things, just let me know, and I will answer any questions you have.